California's legislature is dominated by special interests at the expense of voters. Special interests use backroom deals to pass last-minute legislation without any public notice. Proposition 54 will put a stop to the secret legislation, give voters more access to the legislative process, and make sure legislators are working for voters and not special interests. Giving the public and their elected representatives time to read legislation before it is enacted, this will require that each bill must be in print and posted online for at least 72 hours before it may pass out of either house, except in cases of emergency when legislation is needed immediately. Allowing the right of all individuals to record and share what goes on in the legislature. This will guarantee the right to record and publish video of legislative meetings, bringing lawmakers' work into the light of day for all to see. Posting legislative meetings online so the public can watch. This will require lawmakers to post video of their meetings online within 24 hours and keep a record online for at least 20 years so that people can look up how a law was enacted. Proposition 54 requires that each bill must be in print and posted online for at least 72 hours before it may pass out of either house. This 72-hour notice period would give legislators time to review the legislation, hear from their constitutions, and be held accountable for the voters they ultimately cast. The initiative would prohibit any bill from being passed by either house of legislature until it has been posted for online for at least 72 hours. The bill must be posted in its final form before being voted on by either house so that all amendments to the bill are made public for at least 72 hours before any floor vote. This would end the practice and special interests sneaking new legislation through the process without public political favoritism and allow a responsible evaluation of the new policy before they become law. This has been allowed in meetings of city councils and other local boards for years, so why can't the state legislature catch up? Special interests have too much influence in California legislature, locking average voters out of the process by striking backroom deals to pass the legislation at the last minute without any public review. Too often, legislation ends up benefiting well-connected interest groups while hurting California families and voters. That's why I vote yes to reforms that needed to prevent the special interests from dominating a process that is supposed to be open to the public. Proposition 54 prevents the special interests from inserting last-minute changes into legislation without any public review or discussion, and it will require the legislature to put all its meetings online so that every Californian can access the legislative process. By shining a light on the backroom deals, this initiative will increase transparency, accountability, and the public's ability to participate. Proposition 54 will give the average voter access to legislative meetings by posting them online and practice of sneaking last-minute bills into law. This initiative will give voters the information they need to participate in political process that currently has been dominated by special interests.